Hey everybody, my name is Marie and I am recording this video to tell you guys about my coach love story and how I got started with coaching. So I'm just going to give it a second, see if anybody jumps on, and then I'm going to take off. I've already gone live once today, so this should be good. I should be prepped and ready to go. And you guys are joining me here in my living room because coach life is real life. So I'm just going to wait a couple seconds, see if people jump on so that I can have convos. Oh, Carly, what's up? Nice. And Kristen. Ooh, Boomerang Wellness. Represent. Excited to see you guys. That's awesome. Okay, I might just start because I've got some content to cover and I want to do it in as efficient... Oh, and Danielle, what's up? Okay, I'm just going to start and whoever jumps on afterwards, that's just great. So, like I said, I'm Marie. Everybody that's watching right now, I'm pretty sure you know who I am. I started my coach journey 2 years ago in February, which is nuts. It seems crazy that that is how much time has passed already because it's felt like a blink. And so I'm just going to lead you through a little bit why I signed up and when I signed up, kind of what was going on in my life at that time. So I had just finished my teaching internship. For any of you teachers out there, you know that it's a really difficult thing. You work mucho hours for free. And I was really unfulfilled, and I was also really nervous about entering the teaching profession because while I know that I love teaching and teaching is totally my God-given gift, I also was super unsure about the classroom and politics and all the limitations that are posed on teachers in that way. So I was really kind of in between two places with it. So I finished my internship. Had a month off, all of December off. Brandon and I ate and drank like animals. We went to Dominican for New Year's. We ate and drank like animals. And I remember getting home from Dominican, looking back at some of those pictures and deleting pictures because I thought that I looked big. And as soon as I found myself doing that, I was like, oh, something's got to change. This is not okay. You should not delete vacation pictures because you think you look big. Like, there's something wrong there, right? It was a beautiful vacation. I had such a good time. Why was I doing this thing? Because I thought I looked big? Like, what is that? So anyways, I was my own worst critic. I saw Ginny, actually, Virginia, she posted something on Facebook around that time of her like flexing in a mirror or something. It didn't even mention Beachbody. And Ginny and I go back, we played Team Sass volleyball in grade 9 together. And so I was like, man, like, Ginny looks smoking, like, what's she doing? And so I reached out to her, like, I'm just the ideal customer here. I reached out to Ginny and I was like, yo, you look excellent, you're like glowing, what are you doing? I want to do what you're doing, whatever it is, sign me up. And she's like, oh, sweet, like, nice to hear from you. I actually started Beachbody coaching about a year ago. Do you want to join my challenge group? It starts up next month. And I was like, yes, I want that, whatever you're doing, like, I don't care what it is, sign me up. And so I started with the 21-day fix, vegan chocolate Shakeology, which I was super, I had to research because I'm a celiac and I'm allergic to dairy, so I was like, man, I need to make sure this product is legit. I can't have any traces of gluten or dairy or I get super, super sick, right? So I did my research, figured it was good, all the ingredients checked out, ordered my challenge pack, joined her challenge group, signed up as a coach 3 days in. Okay, so we had prep week. And after prep week, I was like, man, your coach job looks pretty fun. Like, I kind of want to do that. Messaged Ginny, again, perfect challenger here, just halo over my head. Okay, messaged her and I was like, how do I do what you are doing? Because this seems sweet. So I literally signed up as a coach 3 days into my challenge group. This never happens, by the way, or hardly ever happens. And I just ran with it. I was so stoked to have this, like, awesome creative outlet, sense of purpose, etc. because I think I was feeling so stuck in my chosen career path and I was feeling like, is this it? And all of a sudden I had this opportunity and I saw what Ginny was doing and I saw what Morgan was doing and I was watching all these top coaches like making 6+ figures within a couple years, and I had just spent 6 years of hard-earned money, work, time, emotions, etc. busting my ass for these 2 degrees, and I didn't make a dime while I was doing that. I was like, man, if I can work for 6 years straight in university and not make a dime and spend like 40 grand on tuition and stuff, I could give this a try for a year. I could see where it goes. So I signed up. I didn't have any hesitation signing up, which I know is not very common. Most people have a couple of objections or hesitations. I will say I was nervous about not knowing everything. So when I signed up as a coach, like, I'm definitely a person where I really like to know what I'm talking about. I like to do my research. I like to feel like I feel confident and comfortable in something when I can teach it myself. So I need to dive in and learn it myself first. So when I first started coaching, I dove into like YouTube Narnia. I have a notebook. I will always keep it. I have this notebook of all my notes, of all the first calls that I watched, and all these training things. I like got into this weird place in YouTube where I was learning stuff about like network marketing and stuff. So when I first started, that's what I did. And I was nervous about not knowing everything, and I took action from the get-go, I would say, but I didn't take as courageous or confident as action as I could have from the get-go, if that makes sense. So I think a lot of times people think that knowledge is power, when in fact it's not. Knowledge is your first step, but action is power, right? If you can have all the knowledge in the world and you can be a reservoir, but if you're not using that, it's worthless, right? It's lunacy, actually. So my days when I first started coaching were really busy. I had just gotten on the sub list. I was working at Sabroso, waitressing. I was teaching 2 fitness classes a week, 2 fitness classes a night. I was teaching 2 fitness classes a week, so I was busy. Like, I subbed 4 or 5 days a week, waitressing 4 nights a week, and teaching 2 nights of fitness. Like, my schedule was jam-packed. So I added Beachbody coaching to that. And I didn't even think about the time thing. I was like, you know what, this seems really sweet. It seems really fun. I could devote 20 to 30 minutes a day to this, and I know from what I've learned from these videos, I know that I can get my whatever work done in 20 to 30 minutes. That's all I have anyways, so I might as well give it a shot. And so what I started to do is, before school, if I was subbing on those days, I would honestly work my business for 30 minutes. And then on the weekends, I would maybe spend like 5 hours on a Saturday catching up and learning things and planning posts and doing all this stuff. Oh, sorry, Amanda, you're a beast. Oh, you're so wonderful. You guys are also wonderful. And Danielle, I love you too. Yeah, so I was just like busy, super, super busy. But I knew that if I dedicated 20 to 30 minutes a day, then I would be successful, because I was watching all these other coaches and all they kept saying was, you just have to be consistent. You just have to be patient. You just have to do these vital behaviors. And I was like, okay, I can do these vital behaviors. I'm already working out. I already love Shakeology. I'm already reading PD. It's changed my friggin' life, okay? I took myself out of depression/anxiety because of PD. I'm never gonna stop, ever, ever. And then all I have to do on top of that is invite people to a sweet challenge group that I host on Facebook, that I can actually buffer these posts on one weekend, so all the posts go out every day and I don't have to spend every morning making the posts. Like, what? And I get paid weekly for that? Sweet. So I was stoked and I ran with it. And I got my Shakeology covered, and I got my coach fees covered, and then all of a sudden my groceries were paid for, and then all of a sudden I was funding trips, and then all of a sudden all this other stuff started happening, and I was like, man, this is so legit. So at first, my coach days looked, obviously they look different than they look now, right? I'm running a team now, and I'm 2 years in. But from the very get-go, my coach days were super simple, and I think that a lot of people can complicate it. This business is super simple, and it's easy to do the fluffy stuff, right? It's easy to be like, I want to make a website, and I want to do this, and I want to create this content and this. Everything is made for you already. There's no starting from scratch, right? It's just a duplication. It's not a reinventing the wheel. It is taking what your upline or their upline's upline or any other coach offers as a resource that they've already done, the training videos they've already made, the printables they've already made, etc., and putting your own spin on that, putting your own voice on that, and sharing that with your people to duplicate the system, okay? So doesn't take a lot of time unless you're scrolling. Then we need to talk, because you shouldn't be doing that. So my days, that's what it looked like at first, only 20 to 30 minutes. I'd spend a couple hours on the weekend catching up and stuff, and then on my summers off, or my summer off, I guess, my summer off, I spent more time pushing and building my business. I made it a non-negotiable from day one to hit Success Club 10 every single month, and I'm actually so proud to say that I have hit Success Club 10 every single month for 2 years, my entire coach journey, except for 1 month I hit Success Club 6 because I was in the Philippines and I did an invite for a couple of days and the Wi-Fi was kind of sketchy. So anyways, super proud about that. So you set your standards high for yourself, raise the bar for yourself, and you can achieve it. If I can do it, so can you. My days now, what they look like, I took on a teaching job this semester, so I was a little bit crazy. So I was teaching high school, I was coaching high school volleyball, and I was running a team and trying to uphold my Beachbody business. So, and I also didn't fill my cup, which is massive, massive mistake. So I would get up at like 5:40. I would spend my first 45 minutes of my day doing a miracle morning, I call. So if you guys haven't read that book, it's super, super awesome by Hal Elrod. I definitely suggest it. That changed the game for me. I get up, I do a 5-minute meditation, I put coffee on, I read my PD book for like 20 minutes, I journal, and then I go to my desk. I'm just looking at it. I do my positive affirmations / visualization. I'm just going to show you guys my desk. This is where I work. Can you see? Oops, over there. Okay, that's where I work. For my first year of my business, I worked from my kitchen table. Very fancy, isn't it? So yeah, so I work in that corner. I get over there, and before school I'll have like maybe 25 minutes to do some stuff. I don't touch my messages first. If I send out new invites, great, and if I put up a post in my current challenge tracker app group, great. And then usually I have to do my workout, leave for school, and then when I come home after school, then I will do my vital behaviors, like I will add new friends, send out happy birthdays, do my invites, and answer messages, right? So, and you can add a whole bunch of stuff too, like on the weekends I'll do a blog post or whatever, but at the very core, coaching is super, super simple. Okay, I'm just looking at my notes here. My weekly income has clearly progressed because that's how things tend to go when you work at it and it compounds over time. My weekly income as a newbie coach from like day 1 to my first year, I would say I made anywhere from $100 to $500 a week. Okay, the compensation plan for this company is unreal. You are totally compensated for your efforts, and it doesn't matter when you sign up or where you sign up or under who you are placed. If you put in the work, you get paid the commission, right? So and then this compounds too, and then once you hit Emerald and you have 2 coaches under you, and then you help more coaches get set up on your team. Not that you're recruiting numbers, but you're helping more people get set up as a coach and helping them be successful. As that starts to happen, you start to make what's called team bonus cycles, and it's just crazy. It's Beachbody giving you money for helping people on your team be successful, and the way that you're successful as a Beachbody coach is helping more people get happy and healthy. Like, it's the best paid forward business. It's the best business model I've ever seen. And for anybody that's in here that's like, I don't really know, I'm not a salesperson, like network marketing, it seems kind of schemey, like I don't like it. I'm going to say this to you. We are all salespeople from day 1. We are constantly selling people on be my friend, like me, go out with me, date me. I went to a movie, you should go see it. I tried this new restaurant, you should try it. I tried this new MAC lipstick, it's awesome, you should buy it, right? We are constantly selling people on stuff based on word of mouth marketing. That's all that it is, right? Network marketing is just word of mouth marketing. However you want to say it, that's what it is. It's me finding something that works, that I think is epic shit, and I'm like, yo, you gotta try this epic shit. That's what network marketing is, right? And then in the meantime too, it's giving local people your business instead of massive corporations. So win-win. So my weekly income when I started, I said for the first year, probably about $100 to $500, which I was super stoked with. Like, if I made $200 that month, which I was consistently making more, I was paying off my Shaco and my coach fees. And then I was writing that off at the end of the year anyways, which is awesome, right? I got to write off like my phone bill, my work clothes, my programs, my Shaco, my business fees. You get to write off everything. My flight to Summit, my hotel in Summit, all this stuff. You are a small business owner when you become a coach. So this is legit, and it just keeps getting better. My income now to share with you guys. So I'm currently about 2 years. Next month will be my 2-year anniversary. I'm on the verge of what's called 1 star. So I've built a team, and I've finally built a team of coaches that actually want to build the business. Excuse me, I hit separate before this. And it takes a little while sometimes to find those people that actually want to run with it with you. And so now I'm currently at about 1,000 a week, give or take, which is super sweet because I actually just matched my teaching income. So I'm going to be full-time coaching starting in a week, which is really sweet. Okay, and then this is the most important one probably. How has my life changed since I started coaching? So when I started coaching, I was dealing with bouts of depression and anxiety, okay? I had crazy IBS from 10 years of celiac disease and other gastrointestinal issues. My immune system was in the gutter. I would get sick for like 2 months at a time. My self-image was at its lowest. definitely at its lowest. I was my worst critic. I would walk by the mirror and constantly find stuff that was wrong with me, like just ridiculous. I think back now and I'm like, what was I doing? I'd walk by the mirror and I'd be like, oh, my arms look so big today. Like, it's a strong ass arm that holds me up in a push-up, and I had shoulder surgery that, you know, like just these things that we tell ourselves are insane. Anyways, I was my own worst critic. I was super, I wouldn't say super in debt, I guess. I was in debt because of student loans, because I had worked 2 or 3 jobs while going to school, full-time university. My last year university with my internship, I couldn't work, and I also had shoulder surgery that year, so I had to take out about $10,000 in debt from the government. So I was that in debt, and I was just like, ugh, I hate owing money. I work really hard, and I don't want to owe anything. I just want to save. My life now, I don't deal with IBS anymore. I still have celiac disease. There's no cure for it, so sorry, but Shakeology has cured my IBS. I'm regular, which is amazing. Okay, I feel amazing. My hair and skin and nails grows. I have energy. I feel epic. My digestion rocks, right? All these things from Shaco and daily workouts and portion controls. My debt, I paid off my entire bank loan. So there's that. I have funded numerous travels. I've actually traveled around the world in the last 2 years. Our most recent one we did was in the spring, and we did 9 weeks in Southeast Asia, which I actually got to make a weekly paycheck while we were traveling. So I would be like in a beach bar, drinking a coconut, putting in 20 minutes of messaging and signing people up and checking into my challenge groups and stuff. And I would be making enough during each week that we were traveling that my finances were stable. So whatever money I was spending each week, I was actually making back. It was so cool. That's really for me when I was like, man, this is epic. I'm on this small ass island in the Philippines with sketchy Wi-Fi, and I'm still making a paycheck. Like, that just like blew my mind. I don't know a single other job that you could do, still make a positive impact on the world, make a weekly paycheck, and be able to do that. So that's some of the reasons how my life has changed, right? I wake up with purpose. I wake up with a fire under my ass every day. I'm like, man, whose lives do I get to impact today? Who do I get to influence to make a positive change today? Who do I get to inspire to raise their standards for themselves today, right? Coaching is the most epic job, and if you run with it, oh, it's so beautiful. And also how my life has changed is my relationship with Brandon is so much stronger. We both read PD now, and we're both obsessed with it, and we have these like awesome deep chats about actual life goals and not just like small talk stuff. Oh, thanks, Colleen, you're so sweet. Yeah, so my relationship with Brandon is so amazing now. Our communication is like telepathy basically now. It's epic, and we both just like read PD and love PD, and he's so supportive, and he actually changed careers because of me Beachbody coaching and changing careers. So it's just like trickled into every aspect of our lives, which is nuts. And then speaking of that, so my favorite moment as a coach so far, even though there's been multiple, like the whole ride has just been so fun. I oftentimes will lose myself in my work as a coach. Like on a weekend, Brandon will come back and he'll be like, did you get up to eat or pee or breathe today? And I'm like, oh, I just sat here for like 5 or 6 hours without taking a break. Whoops, love what I do, right? And I like forget. Does he work the business too? He has a coach account, yes. He's almost diamond actually, which is pretty exciting. But currently he's a real estate agent, and he wants to work it once he's diamond and once he's set up selling real estate. So yeah, he totally is going to eventually. Right now he's like just trying to find his way with real estate and stuff, but he totally does he loves the yoga program, drinks Shakeology, loves Recover, and is super supportive of my journey. So anyways, that's super sweet. And I try and show him like top coaches that are males, because I'm like, look what you could be doing. I've just set you up for a business that's going to be successful for yourself. So definitely, if you're watching this and you're like, how does this work with a spouse? You can sign your spouse up as a coach under you and have 2 streams of income, and it's totally legit. Okay, a lot of people do that. I don't know why you wouldn't. It's 2 streams of income. It's 2 things you can write off. It's 2 small businesses, and it helps both of you. Okay. Yeah, sorry. So my favorite moment as a coach so far, while it's been super sweet, all of it, right? I've got to build this epic team, and I don't know if you guys are familiar, but our team is Boomerang Wellness, and the ladies on there have quickly become my favorite people, and it's just like a sisterhood where I get to check into, and everybody has everybody's back, and everybody supports everybody on good days, bad days, ugly days, whatever, non-skill victories. We talk about everything, like weird shit sometimes too, which I love, and helping everybody along their journeys of like weight loss or weight gain, confidence gaining, being able to run challenge groups and that kind of thing. It's all been so epic. But if I'm being honest, my favorite moment of all was this last summer when we were at Summit. And we were sitting in a seminar, and Ali Upham and Chelsea Pearson were hosting it. They're two of my favorite top coaches. And Ali Upham asked the crowd, she said, I want you to picture Carl Deichler calling you tomorrow and telling you that you can't have Beachbody anymore. You can't have the community, you can't have the workouts, you can't have Shakeology, none of it. And I'm like, can you see my goosebumps? I got my hairs raising on my arm right now thinking about this. And so she asked the crowd, she said, what would be different? How would your life be if that's what happened tomorrow? And I instantly started crying. And I couldn't even answer in our group. We had a little group discussion. I couldn't even answer properly until I had gone back to the hotel room, journaled, and cried my eyes out for like half an hour. And Brandon was sitting there like, oh my God, are you okay? And finally I was just like, I would be miserable. I would have taken a teaching contract. I would have been 10 to 15 pounds higher than I was, not at this physical athletic level that I am right now. I would have still been in debt. I would have been working a job where bells dictate when I get to pee or eat, you know, and I was just like, my IBS would have been the same, my stomach issues, I would have been like feeling helpless about celiac disease and all this stuff that plagued me and that I was so upset by. I would still have my anxiety attacks and bouts of depression without PD and that kind of thing. I was just like, Brandon would still be working his, he was a journeyman instrumentation technologist. He would still be working at a mine. We would still have opposite schedules because the mine job is super messed up and we would have opposite schedules. Like all these things, I was like, our entire lives have changed. Our entire lives have changed because of coaching. Sorry, I'm getting like kind of choked up right now. Yeah, so that was my favorite moment because there are ups and downs to coaching, absolutely, just like any job. Sometimes there's monotonous tasks and you're like, I don't really feel like inviting people to a challenge group today. But the majority of the time, it is so flippin' incredible and enjoyable that you lose yourself in your work and you lose yourself in being able to contribute to a better world. And that's what it is. Like, you know, call me a romantic or cheesy or whatever, but that's what it is. You lose yourself in your purpose and passion and mission for being the change you want to see and then paying that forward and getting paid for it. Man, that's what people should get paid for, is to be the best humans possible. I feel like people get paid for a lot worse shit, right? Anyways, so those are some of the reasons why I'm in it for the long haul. I see girlfriends now that have made crazy amounts of money, and not that that's what it's about, but building a life of freedom is what I'm after. Being able to wake up without an alarm if I choose to, being able to jet off to Mexico for a week whenever I choose to, you know, being able to buy myself something nice on a whim just because and not worry about, oh, that money should have gone to my loan instead, right? Being able to supply for my future family, being able to wake up with a fire under my ass and live a life of purpose and help people change their lives. And I still get to teach. Like, I'm still a teacher in every single capacity. Look what I'm doing right now. I'm teaching about why this opportunity is so freaking badass. And yeah, I could go on and on, but anyways, if you guys have any questions about my story or kind of where I came from with it or whatever, feel free to message me. I'm totally an open book. Feel free to comment on this comment thread underneath. I'm going to go through these right away, but yeah, comment underneath the comment thread. I'm more than happy to answer questions. I'm just going to go through these so I don't miss anybody. And some of my favorite people are on here. Oops. You're a beast. Oh, Amanda, you're so sweet. Does he write the business? Tell my hubby the same thing. He's totally set up for success. Yeah, I know, Colleen. We're like handing them the capability to build a 6-figure business. It's crazy. Yeah, seriously. And you know what's crazy too? I tell my coaches on my team, if I ever find myself taking this business for granted, which is really easy to do actually, because if you think about it, I get paid every single week in real cash money dollars, not just like fake points or Monopoly money or like a pink car, right? I get paid every single week in real cash money dollars, direct deposit into my bank, for working out from home, drinking Shakeology, which has cured my IBS and changed my life, reading personal development, listening to podcasts, which make me the best person possible inside and out because everything starts up here, and inviting other people to do the same, and posting on Facebook/Instagram in order to get my message out there. Like, I get paid to do that. That's what coaching is. Plain and simple, super epic. Yeah, I love it. How do you get your hubbies into it? Mine's so not there. Oh, girl, you just gotta show him that it's so worth it, right? And you just gotta say, you know what, if you're not into it right now, just don't say anything so long as you support me from the sidelines in silence. Watch me and I'll kill it. And then they come around. They always do. They really always do. Anyways, I'm gonna jump off. I don't want to take up too much of your this time, but if you have any questions, like I said, comment below or feel free to reach out and message me. Yeah, coaching has changed my life. I'm in it for the long haul, so I hope to see some of you guys on our team page soon. So I hope you have a good night. See ya.